the co-chair of Over the Edge, and Brad Foreman. He is the owner of Peak Investments, and he's also been a big brother for more than a decade. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you. So first of all, Abby, I understand that Over the Edge is a global organization. So how did you get connected with them?
Yeah, so funny story. I was on the committee last year for the same event and ended up on the roof with my background in ropes knowledge and just kind of joking around. And I was like, this seems like an awesome job. Is there, you guys hiring at all? And kind of worked my way into it. And so very part-time, I helped them out with the organization as well.
That's great. So how does the Over the Edge process work, Abby?
Yeah, so an organization will secure a contract with Over the Edge. Then that organization, right now, Big Brothers Big Sisters, found their sponsors, presenting sponsors, and then they do some kickoff events, things like that, to really promote and get the edgers involved and interested. Lots of marketing, communication, things like that to get everything rolling. And then we do fun little incentives. Like right now, we've got some incentives for Green Bay Packer tickets going on. So
wow, that sounds great. So Brad, you were an edger last year, brave man over here. So what was your experience like?
It's 11 stories and it's a lot of fun. It's at the Blackhawk, so you get up on the roof and it's very safe. They have a qualified staff. They're very well organized. They walk you through the whole process, and then you go over the edge. It is, it's exciting. Your adrenaline's going to get going, and we have 25 openings still.
Wow.
Yeah.
So is it correct? You guys have about 100 spots open, and so you have 25 left of that, right?
Yes.
Okay, people. So if you look at these, and I just think looking at the pictures is so exciting, and I get it. Some people have a fear of heights, but as Brad mentioned, it's incredibly safe, and you have all the necessary equipment and safety protocols. You have very experienced people that are helping you through it, and it looks like there's a lot of people there cheering you on. And the most important thing, it's going back to an incredible organization, which Brad, you have been involved with for more than a decade, as I mentioned earlier. So what inspired you to become a big brother in the first place?
I like kids. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of kids that need some mentoring. They need a significant role model in their life, and so it was a natural fit. I got my first little about 15 years ago, and he graduated, and then I had a second little, and he also graduated, and so it's probably one of the most rewarding things I've done from a volunteer basis ever. I would highly recommend it.
Yeah, and young men in our community are actually on the waiting list at our local Big Brothers Big Sisters. So having men involved is so important, and there's a campaign going on right now called Real Men Mentor. There's a huge push to get guys involved. Why would you maybe encourage guys out there who, they like kids, they like, doing fun things, going on bike rides, whatever you guys do, why would you encourage them to maybe consider it?
Well, I think a lot of people might be intimidated that it takes time, but once you get rolling with it, I would look forward to meeting up with my little every week. And, you can work it around your schedule if you travel. You don't necessarily have to be there every week, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I would highly recommend it. Give it a try.
So what kind of activities have you done with both of your littles before?
You can do almost anything. Swimming. I used to go to the Y a lot. It depends on the age. When you start out, swimming was a fun one. He'd never been in the pool. Neither of them had ever swam. So we did that a little bit. Hiking. Actually did projects around the house. Landscaping. You can do anything.
Right.
It's just about spending time.
That's so important too. You don't have to have these elaborate plans. You don't have to spend really any money. It's just about spending that quality time. I know I've taken my little to the park before on bike rides and taken my dog on a walk. We've gone grocery shopping before together. I mean, it's really not as it's very low key, it's very casual, and it's just about building that connection. Brad, so he's not a stranger to climbing up and down things. So you actually just went to Mount Denali and you did a climb there and you dedicated it to Big Brothers Big Sisters. So tell us a little bit more about that experience.
Well, I was kind of like the grandfather up there. A lot of young kids. This was my second attempt, so it was about 22 days on the glacier. You start out at 7,000 feet and you work your way up to 20,315 feet above sea level. And we had a team of 6 clients, 3 guides, 4 people summited. And it was very exciting, and I was able to dedicate the whole activity to Big Brothers, and we raised over $2,600 so far, and still going. So it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we got some money for Big Brothers.
That's incredible. So Abby, you're also an experienced climber yourself. So what would you say to someone, as we mentioned with Brad a little bit, who's a little hesitant that, rappelling down 11 stories is outside of my comfort zone? What would you say to them?
Yeah, well, first of all, it's totally normal. Fear is a great instinct that we have, I think. But beyond that, I mean, as you said, I'm a very experienced climber. I've done hundreds of rappels, and the first step is still just kind of, you get that little butterflies in your stomach. But as you can see in the videos too, it's extremely safe. They have backups on backups on backups. 2 ropes that are used. One is just completely a safety rope in case the other one was to fail, which it wouldn't.
Right.
You have your main device, which keeps you from going too fast. If you get going too fast, it locks you up, and then you can get going again when you're comfortable. Then the second rope has another device there that if you get going too fast as well, it'll lock you up, and so it's really fail-safe. There's nothing really that could go wrong, and it's just one of those things. It's the first step's always scary, but I've never had somebody get to the bottom and say, I still regret doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
Everybody
not
always
gonna
loves
regret doing it, for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
So why do you think Over the Edge is such a good fit for Big Brothers Big Sisters?
Yeah. Well, a lot of children in our community, they've got obstacles to overcome, especially the children that come from some of the families that the littles do. So the Edgers, by going over and doing this thing that, it's outside their comfort zone, I think it really shows, some courage and support for them.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting parallels there.
Yeah.
And you're actually one of the rooftop volunteers, so you're getting people ready to go over the edge. So what's that like?
Oh, it's so fun. I love it. Like I said, being an experienced climber, I know their fear that they're having up there. And some people come up and they're just so excited, they can't wait to go up, and they're taking in the views, and some people come up and they just can't barely look up from their feet. And so it's really fun to see all aspects of that and be the one to kind of settle them down and say, just take a breath, look around, enjoy the sights, and it's really great. It's a fun time up there.
So what are the different ways that people can get involved with Over the Edge?
Yeah, so lots of different ways. Right now, we still need edgers, obviously.
25 people, 25 spots.
Yes, and it's a lot of fun. We've got a lot of volunteer positions open as well. On the website, there's lots of positions that are open, whether it's running gear or being an escort or rope volunteers too, which if you're a bit scared of heights, you don't necessarily have to be on the roof. But yeah, lots of different ways. Even just donating to people's pages. If you want to support it, donate to the pages. Come out and cheer edgers on. It's a scary time. And having that crowd down there supporting them definitely helps. So.
Oh yeah, that's super important.
Yeah.
Well, Abby and Brad, thank you guys so much for being here. Sounds like an incredible event, and thank you both for what you're doing to support Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Yeah,
Thank you for having us.
All right, you guys, for more information or to donate, you can visit overtheedgeqc.org. We'll also have those details posted on ourquadcities.com. More living